This is the Gem80 from NuPhy Studio, who has remarkably little information available about them on the internet. But if you've been around Instagram or the internet at large, you've probably seen their keyboards around. After all, not too many companies get their boards reviewed by both Forbes and Tom's Hardware, so NuPhy's marketing game is obviously on point. But based on some Reddit posts and their shipping policy, we'll get back to that later, I'm guessing they're based in Hong Kong. Fun fact, the NuPhy subreddit was founded by username Harry New, who's obviously connected to NuPhy based on his post history and involvement in the NuPhy subreddit. So I guess that's where the new in NuPhy comes from, so all that's left to figure out is the fee. Getting back to the Gem80, it's a gasket-mounted 10 keyless or TKL keyboard with a few interesting design decisions. First, the case comes in two pieces with an aluminum top case and a plastic bottom case, which is a kind of questionable choice because there's definitely some RGB goodness in this board, but they neglected to add underglow despite the frosted plastic bottom. Just seems kind of like a wasted opportunity. It comes in a few different colors, and today we're looking at the Inca Rose colorway. In its stock form, it comes with an FR4 plate with copious flex cuts, although you do have the option of adding a few different plates to try out. And if you opted for the kit, you do have the option of a few different Gateron manufactured switches and NuPhy's own MSA profile keycaps, which are reminiscent of a shorter SA profile. I like the subtle RGB touches that are built into the board, and unlike some of their other boards, the Gem80 is both QMK and VIA compatible. Let's take a listen to the board in its stock form with NuPhy's Raspberry switches, which are a long pole linear with a polycarbonate top, a PA66 nylon bottom, and a palm stem with a total travel of 3.4mm. The spring is a 21mm long single stage spring with a 46g actuation force and a 50g bottom mount. Let's take a listen with the optional themed MSA keycaps. Here we go. So overall, I like the sound of the board, although it's pretty much exactly what I'd expect from a board in this price range using these types of keycaps and with these materials. Keycaps are obviously going to make a huge difference when it comes to the sound of the board, but I also wanted to see how the palm plate would sound with the plastic bottom. So let's take a listen first with the palm plate using the MSA keycaps, then compare it to GMK keycaps. I did remove the bottom case foam to see how this board handles resonance. Here we go. So the palm plate definitely makes the board sound a little more poppy, and I was really surprised at how good this board sounds with GMK keycaps on them. The switches aren't the greatest, with some crap sounds definitely coming through during normal typing with off-centered key presses. But overall, I'm pleasantly surprised at the overall quality and sound of the board. But should you buy the Gem80? I'm a little conflicted because at this price point, there's a lot of new competition. At $185 for the Tri-Mode Wireless PCB Barebones kit, that's a bit of a tough sell when boards like the Neo 80 from 40 Keys are $40 cheaper. I'm also not a huge fan of the plate mount stabilizers on this board because it makes swapping plates just a little bit more finicky. But overall, if you like the aesthetic, it isn't a terrible price and it's in line with Keychron's offerings. Also, some users on Reddit have reported double typing on the Gem80, and in my use of the board over the last few weeks, I did notice a little bit of double typing, actually while I was typing the script up for this video. Also important to note is that in my research for this video, I saw something that was a little concerning about their possible customer service, which is related to the fact that they also have very little information available about them on the internet. For all intents and purposes, NuPhy keeps their origin and location a secret, but based on this one Redditor's nightmare return scenario, it appears there's a little bit of funny business going on with their return policy. So caveat emptor, and if possible buy from Amazon. Now while issues like these aren't unique to NuPhy, and every company is going to have their speed bumps as they scale, I'd love to see NuPhy address these concerns with their audience, as otherwise I really can't recommend these boards. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Check out some more keyboard content here. I'm MakerMods, and I'll catch you in the next video.